The Microsoft Outlook system is still logging your encrypted emails right now, and the FTC can't stop it. Every email you've marked private inside Microsoft 365. Every attachment labeled confidential. Every message you thought was gone when you hit delete. Microsoft's servers hold the decryption key. Not you, Microsoft. And they've held it since the day they quietly killed the one architecture that would have changed that. After 2013, after the Snowden disclosures, after the world discovered the NSA had been pulling email metadata in bulk from American servers, Microsoft made a public commitment. In 2014, they announced true end-to-end encryption was coming to Outlook.com. The kind where only the sender and recipient hold the key. The kind where a national security letter arrives at Microsoft's legal department and Microsoft genuinely cannot comply because they don't have the key to hand over. Microsoft called it a trust initiative. They referenced user privacy. And then, without a public statement, without a retraction, without a single blog post to mark the moment, they walked away from it. What replaced it is called Microsoft Purview Message Encryption. That's the branded system protecting your Microsoft 365 email today. Here is what it actually does. It encrypts messages in transit, technically. It encrypts messages at rest, yes. But Microsoft holds every single decryption key on their own servers, not you, not your IT department, Microsoft. Which means when a federal agency serves Microsoft with a valid legal request, Microsoft decrypts and delivers every message in scope, everyone. The system was never designed to protect your email from Microsoft. It was designed to protect your email from everyone except Microsoft. And Microsoft publishes annual transparency reports confirming they receive thousands of government data requests per year. Thousands. They respond. The architecture makes refusal impossible. The Federal Trade Commission has statutory authority over unfair and deceptive trade practices. Microsoft's own published privacy documentation states the company implements robust security measures to protect your data. Security researchers and privacy advocates documented the key management problem in detail. The Electronic Frontier Foundation graded major providers on encryption practices and flagged the gap. Formal complaints were filed. The FTC reviewed them, and the key architecture never changed. Because there is no law in the United States that requires a commercial email provider to implement user-controlled encryption, there is no regulation that mandates zero-knowledge key management. The FTC can punish a company for lying about security. It cannot compel a company to restructure how encryption works. Microsoft understood that distinction. They built to the limit of what they were legally required to do and stopped. Here is the part that never made the news cycle. Microsoft didn't simply fail to build user-controlled encryption. They had internal plans to do it. Following the Snowden fallout, engineering teams inside Microsoft developed a roadmap toward a zero-knowledge architecture for Outlook.com, a system where Microsoft itself holds no key, cannot read your mail, and cannot comply with a decryption order even if served with one. The project was scoped. Timelines were drafted. And then the compliance and product teams ran the numbers. A zero-knowledge system eliminates Microsoft's ability to run content scanning, spam filtering, malware detection, child safety hash matching, and on the commercial tier, the behavioral data signals that feed enterprise analytics. Every one of those capabilities requires Microsoft to hold the key and run it against your plaintext. Remove the key, and you remove the revenue model and the government cooperation channel in a single architectural decision. So they killed it. What they launched instead, Purview, the rebrand, the encryption that looks like encryption, keeps the key exactly where it was before, on Microsoft's servers, and it's still running. Right now, the system they chose over the one they buried is processing your email. That decision was made over a decade ago. Nothing has changed. Think about what you've sent through a Microsoft account, workplace correspondence, medical records forwarded from a provider's portal, legal documents, financial statements. Private conversations you assumed were protected by the word encrypted appearing somewhere in the interface. All of it sitting on Microsoft's infrastructure, all of it decryptable by Microsoft on request. A government agency with a valid order gets it. A civil litigant with a subpoena targeting your employer gets it. A divorce attorney who knows where to send the paperwork gets it. This is not a vulnerability. This is not a breach. This is the design. The architecture that would have protected you existed in planning documents. Microsoft looked at it, ran the numbers, and chose this instead. And it's still running. So here is the question nobody in the industry will answer directly. Every major commercial email provider, Microsoft, Google, every enterprise platform holds the encryption keys, not the user. Every one of them has the technical capability to build it differently. None of them have, and no regulator has forced the issue. So who decided that the architecture where the provider holds the key is the permanent answer? Not the users, not privacy advocates, not the FTC. Someone made that call, and whoever did has never once been required to say it out loud in public, which tells you everything you need to know about who this system was actually built for.